Hey friends, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to make a video about my experience with stopping drinking celery juice. So if you have followed me on social media, you'll know that I stopped drinking celery juice 2 weeks ago, and I told you guys that I would share my experience with you and what happened after drinking celery juice for so long and then stopping it completely. So I started drinking celery juice on November 1st, 2018, and I've been really diligent with it every single day. I think I maybe missed 1 or 2 days over the last year and a half. Drinking at least 16 ounces. For a while there, I was drinking between 28 and 32 ounces of celery juice every day. I made it fresh every single day. So it was a really big, part of my life. Every single morning, I'd have my lemon water, which I still do. But then I would always have my celery juice, and then I would wait and then have my breakfast. So I was following the, medical medium guidelines when it comes to celery juice. And I just realized a few weeks ago that, one of the cornerstones that I work with clients is, the importance of taking breaks from things like herbs and supplements and certain foods sometimes, just to see what happens, to give our body a break, just to kind of check back in and see, is that working? Is that something I need to continue? Is there something I need to change? So I realized, I really haven't been doing that myself very well. So I thought I'd give myself a little challenge and just completely stop drinking celery juice after a year and a half of drinking it every single day. So my results, I won't lie, it wasn't what I expected. I was honestly expecting to go downhill pretty quickly after stopping celery juice, and I'll tell you that that is completely not what happened to me. And I will say, again, this is just my personal experience. This whole video, everything I'm going to share with you, is not about me bashing celery juice or saying that it doesn't work, because it obviously is helping lots of people. So this is not to say, if you're drinking celery juice and it's working for you, that you should stop. So I just want to throw that out there, my disclaimer. So yeah, after stopping celery juice 2 weeks ago, honestly, I overall feel fine, if not better. Yeah, so again, not what I expected. I expected to go downhill. And again, if anybody else here has been kind of in the medical medium community for long enough, and you really begin to zealously believe that celery juice is imperative for healing and it needs to be a part of your daily life, if you feel like, if you want to get better. So I was definitely in that camp for a long time. I was really, what's the word? I want to be delicate here. Creating, it almost created this sense of fear that if I didn't have my celery juice, that things were going to go bad and then I'm never going to get better and all this stuff. And I'm just going to tell you that that is not true. If you find yourself feeling really fearful and restricted and anxious around your food, especially if you're following something like the medical medium protocols, then that's not necessarily a good sign if you're having that kind of anxiety and fear. And I've actually had several clients tell me about this, that they were going on vacation or they didn't have the budget for celery or something happened, they couldn't get celery, and they were freaking out that they couldn't get this juice every day. And that just I don't know, that always just rubbed me the wrong way. We're terrified to not have this. But anyway, it's a whole nother thing. Anyway, I was pleasantly surprised. Within about 48 hours, I felt, I don't know how to describe it. It's more calm. Just kind of things in my body were a little bit more quiet. And I've been sleeping really well. Granted, I've done a few other things with my sleep. Maybe I'll make another video about that. So I've been sleeping well, and I've noticed maybe a little bit more like mental clarity, a little bit more energy, but the overall feeling for me is just like being more like calm and grounded and centered in my body, which is amazing. That's like the whole thing that I work with clients to do is get grounded, get in their bodies, stay, you know, calm down the nervous system, really feel like you're present here. So again, there's a lot of theories why this may happen. Maybe, you know, the celery juice really is that potent of a detoxifier that I had just been in like a constant state of detox, and my body couldn't get rid of it fast enough or process those toxins fast enough. So when I stopped drinking celery juice, everything just kind of calmed down, settled back down. So yeah, I would say the only thing that has happened since stopping celery juice 2 weeks ago that has not been great is that my digestion changed a little bit. Just have not, it hasn't been quite as regular or as easy of you know, bowel movements as usual. That's the only thing that I can think of that I would consider maybe a negative. But that effect hasn't stayed on. So I feel like I'm kind of back to normal or normal-ish in that arena. So really kind of a temporary change with digestion with no celery juice, but otherwise it's been fine. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I'm feeling totally fine without it. Plus, like, I don't have to fucking make celery juice every morning. I can't even tell you like how freeing that is. Like, yeah, it's not that much work, but when you're doing it day in, day out for years, like setting up my juicer, prepping and cutting the celery and washing the celery, juicing the celery, straining it, drinking it, waiting, cleaning up my juicer, like every single day, that was my life. Sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. So that's really nice. Like I have more time and freedom in my mornings, which is wonderful. And then of course the cost, like, I don't know where y'all live, but sometimes celery, it would be a bargain to get it for $2. Most of the time it was around $3 or $3.50. And that's for just like one stalk. And sometimes, especially when I was drinking 28 to 32 ounces, I would need 2 of those a day. So that's a lot of money, like well over 60, 75 bucks a month just in celery. So I'm pretty excited to not have to spend that anymore. So yeah, again, to sum up, like I've been drinking celery juice every single day for 1.5 years. I stopped 2 weeks ago just as an experiment, just for fun, just to see what happens. Because I knew in the back of my mind, like I didn't want to be chained to drinking celery juice for the rest of my life. And, you know, is this something that is actually working for me? Or could I stop it and then make space for some other new healing and nourishing habit? So for me, again, this is my personal experience. This may not be for you at all, but for me, celery juice, I'm fine without it. And yes, I will absolutely try it again because I'm always a scientist. I always want to know. I always want to gather data. So I'm sure in another few months, I will bring it back in for a couple weeks just to see what happens. Probably make another video for y'all just about that. But for now, I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty happy without it. Like I said, a lot more freedom, not only with my time and money, but also just kind of the mental freedom of, you know, stepping outside of the dogma that, you know, this is something that you have to do or have to have in order to heal. Like, that's BS. So if you're feeling that way and you're feeling really trapped and scared around your food, like, man, do I get it. But there is a way out and there's a way through that. So yeah, I don't know what else I want to say that, you know, wouldn't piss people off too much, but yeah, I don't know that celery juice is the necessary healing elixir that maybe we've been told that it is. It can be a good tool. Like I said, I'm not bashing celery juice. I think it is working for a lot of people. So don't let this video, you know, deter you from trying it if you haven't tried it, or continuing on if you really feel like it's working for you. But I do invite you to take a break. It's always good to take breaks from stuff just to recalibrate, see where your body's at right now, and make adjustments to best, you know, suit you and your constitution. So yeah, I'm just sharing my personal experience that yeah, for so long I really bought into the idea that I needed celery juice and it was imperative for my healing, and now I know that that's absolutely not true, and it's really wonderful and freeing. So yeah, I would love to hear your experiences if you have tried celery juice, or you have done something like me. You've been on it for a long time and then you stopped. I'm very just curious of what all y'all's experience have been. So drop me a comment below and let me know. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. I'll be making lots more health and spirituality videos to come. So in the meantime, everyone, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.